That takes me to Vista Equity Partners, founded by Robert F. Smith. A lot of y'all have heard of Robert F. Smith before. One of the most successful in the world of any race, but definitely one of the most successful black men, black American men in the country and in the planet. Now, here's the headline. Vista Equity Partners to acquire cybersecurity company KnowBe4 for $4.6 billion. That's with a big B. That's a capital B, right? So we talk about, we have people out here bragging when they hit, now there's nothing, of course you should brag when you hit $1 billion net worth. That's great because that is something that a lot of people aspire to hit, and it's a great thing. But we have a black man who founded and owns a company who bought another company for $4 billion, right? Net worth is not everything. What is your business doing, right? That's very important. This black man founded this company and is now buying other companies, multi-billion-dollar merger and acquisition deals. Let's look at it. Now, KnowBe4, the reason this stood out to me and the reason it came across my desk is because the company I work for actually uses this cybersecurity company. Okay? Let me read a little bit of it to you. Vista Equity Partners has agreed to a $4.6 billion all-cash deal to acquire KnowBe4, a publicly traded cybersecurity company specializing in helping enterprise workers avoid phishing attacks. Now, so as you just heard what I read, that will tell you what they do. They pretty much have software that, okay, so you hired them, KnowBe4, you become a client of theirs. And what they'll do is train your employees on how to avoid cybersecurity attacks on the company, mainly through phishing training emails and different things like that. So what they'll do is, first of all, there's a training that you have to do. For my company, we have to do it annually, right? But it's through this KnowBe4 company, right? So you'll get on KnowBe4's website, you'll go through their whole training course, and it'll teach you all the different up-to-date modern phishing attempts. They'll tell you everything the hackers are doing right now. They'll tell you the type of scams they're using. They'll tell you the ways that they're getting the information and then how they're using it in these attacks. They teach you everything, which is very valuable right now in a time when phishing attacks are through the roof, right? That's who KnowBe4 is, and Vista Equity Partners is buying them. Let's read some more. Under Vista's ownership, we will have access to additional resources and support, which will help us achieve our goals and deliver enhanced value to customers. That's what the KnowBe4 CEO said in a press release. Founded in 2010. So this company is only 12 years old and they already are worth $4.6 billion. Founded in 2010, Clearwater, Florida-based KnowBe4 delivers simulated phishing attacks via the web browser, offering a range of programs spanning videos, games, interactive modules, and more. It's about getting workers to know how to spot an attack and reduce the human error factor from a company's attack surface. So it's so good. I don't know if y'all know, I work in IT, right? So it's amazing to have a company like this to teach employees, like, bro, you need to know what to look for so that you can avoid getting this company hacked, because companies large and small are being hacked right now, and their bank account information is being seized from hackers. They're taking their information and then telling them, listen, give me millions and we'll give you the information back and you'll be good to go. So what KnowBe4 is doing is very, very valuable. I understand why they're worth $4 billion in 2022. Let me do some more scrolling here. Another acquisition that Vista Equity Partners did, again, this is a black-owned company, private company, a privately owned black company making multi-billion-dollar deals, and the majority of, I don't know if anybody else is talking about it, but the majority of our major black media platforms are not even talking about it. Everybody's too busy talking about Kanye West. That's good. That's entertaining. Like, I talk about it too, but bro, there's more information out here for us to talk about. And we really, because all of the people that say they want to just ignore Kanye, okay, ignore Kanye. Let's talk about this. Why are y'all not talking about this $1 billion worth of black business that's happening? So, Vista Equity Partners acquired a company called Avalara, right? And let me read a little bit about this for you. Avalara Inc., a leading provider of tax-compliant automation for businesses of all sizes, today announced it has entered into a definitive agreement to be acquired by Vista Equity Partners, a leading global investment firm focused exclusively on enterprise software, data, and technology-enabled businesses in partnership with institutional co-investors, right? Under the terms of the agreement, Vista will acquire all outstanding shares of Avalara common stock for $93 a share, or $93.50 per share, in an all-cash transaction valued at $8.4 billion. That's a big bravo, big B, inclusive of Avalara's net debt. The per share purchase price. That's a tongue twister. Per share purchase price represents a premium of 27 cents over the company's closing share price as of July 6, 2022, the last trading day prior to media reports. Okay, so that's just with two deals, right, that I just read to you. Two deals within 2 months. Vista Equity Partners has acquired $12 billion worth of business. Again, black-owned company, black-founded company. So Robert Smith didn't go buy this company and then it was already big. He built this company from the ground up, starting in San Francisco. And in 2022, they are doing billion-dollar acquisitions. Multi-billion-dollar acquisitions on each acquisition. Again, Avalara is a tax software that lets businesses pretty much automatically calculate tax for each jurisdiction, each tax jurisdiction, right? And again, I'm in IT, so I know about Avalara because I work with it, and my company uses it. This is one of the biggest software pieces that we need. It's mandatory for our business. I mean, when you're dealing with multi-states and multi-jurisdictions, you need good tax software, and Avalara is like that. So for Vista Equity Partners to be purchasing them for $8.4 billion, that's major. That's major, and I think we need to get a little bit into Robert F. Smith's story, man. I've been you probably heard me talk about Robert Smith on the regular podcast going back at least 5 years, maybe more. I might have talked about him when I first started, but this dude is serious. Let me read a little bit of his bio on his website. Okay. Robert F. Smith was born to two working-class parents in a predominantly African-American middle-class neighborhood in Denver, Colorado. Now, let me stop there real quick. If you didn't know, Denver, Colorado does have black people. I know some people think Colorado and you just think mountains and white people, but I've been to Colorado Springs and I was surprised to see that there was a black community out there, and they support each other. Like they have their area and they support each other, and it's beautiful out there. Like I love the mountains anyway. But to see, like, I would have never guessed I would see that many black people in Colorado. Not even joking, right? I thought the only black people in Colorado were at the University of Colorado and the Denver Broncos team. There's actually black people out there, okay? And I read about him some years ago, and I found out that there was like there was a substantial black community in Denver, Colorado, and Robert Smith said that the neighborhood he grew up in was full of black professionals. I think he said his parents were teachers, and he said pretty much his whole neighborhood was black doctors, dentists, black engineers, black teachers, just all the black professionals. They all lived in this like big neighborhood full of black people doing good. And that is what sparked his mind to feel like he was not an inferior person, where he could go on and do amazing things. He went on to Cornell University. He got a degree in chemical engineering. Like, let me read some more of his bio. After graduating from Cornell University, he began working in industry in applied research and development, and received 2 U.S. and European patents and numerous awards. He graduated with honors from Columbia Business School and entered the investment banking in mergers and acquisitions for Goldman Sachs in New York City, later San Francisco. To empower technology companies in enterprise software markets, Smith launched Vista Equity Partners, a global investment firm in the year 2000. Today, Today, Smith is Vista's chairman and CEO. Under his leadership, the firm's portfolio has grown to include some of the world's leading enterprise software companies. Now, enterprise software is big for me because my journey into the tech space started from me. Well, it didn't start here, but it really got going from me learning Java, the Java programming language. And Java is known as the enterprise software language of choice, right? It's business software. A lot of business softwares around the world are written in Java. I don't know if you're familiar with what I'm talking about, but just know that's what it was. Now, one thing about this man, you might have heard about him. This is the man who pledged all of that money to Morehouse to pay for all the graduates' tuition. That's him. He paid off everybody's debt. He paid for everything that graduating class owed. He paid it off. That's this man. So we talking about some money here, like some real. This dude is not like, if a crash happened tomorrow, he wouldn't be broke. Like, he would still be very rich. Okay, he's a very wealthy person. He's at the level where his net worth does not tell you the scope of his financial power. That's where he's at. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a rare situation. This dude is not regular. That's why I don't understand why more people don't talk about him. This dude is not. He needs to be taught about. Black people need to share the information about this man to each other. He's the real deal. Throughout his life, Smith's commitment to philanthropy and equity has never wavered, and finding ways to make a difference in the communities where he lives and works is central to his character and approach to life. During his 2019 commencement address at Morehouse College, a historically black institution, Smith surprised the graduating class by pledging to pay off the entire class's student loan debt, a $34 million gift that helped nearly 400 graduates. He is also a major donor to the National Museum of African American History and Culture and chairman of Carnegie Hall and the chairman of the Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights, among many others. Listen, I believe that he should be studied, man. Just like I talked to you about Lonnie Johnson, I think Robert F. Smith is also one of the most intelligent people on the planet. He overcame a lot to get into the industry. That he's in and he's dominating in. Now, this is the thing, right? This is why you should never have any shame in having a job, because first of all, he went to school for chemical engineering. So, he went to Cornell for chemical engineering. So he already had to be one of the sharpest tools in the tool belt, right? He decided he got a couple patents, U.S. and European patents in chemical engineering, right? Then he went to school, Columbia, for business school, and went to go work at Goldman Sachs. Now, that was the key. Going to work at Goldman Sachs taught him the game. It taught him the mergers and acquisitions game. That's why this is the business that he's in now. That's his whole business. All he does is go around buying up software companies. That's amazing.